What is going on YouTube? My name is Lucas, and today I'm going to provide you some very insightful news on a very up and coming, well, I guess you could say sector, that being the drone market. And the company I'm going to be talking about is Ageagle. I really am interested in this company. I do honestly feel that they have a lot going for them here in the short term and moving into 2021. I really do. And I actually have some evidence and some supporting evidence from a huge article. So if you're interested in Ageagle, I suggest you stay tuned right after this. Before we prepare for takeoff in this video, I ask that you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below, and now it's time to take off into this video. To be honest with you guys, Ageagle is by far one of my favorite stocks to do a video on. It really makes me excited every time I do a video on it because it is such a company that is in the very early stages. It's in a very infant stage as it's moving forward, and I'm really excited anytime this company does report some decent news because I do see the future heading in the drone market. I feel that a lot of deliveries are going to be delivered by drones in the future, and I feel like maybe a lot of medicines, and as we continue to expand and grow upon the idea of drones, who knows what else could come from it. I mean, security could be done. There's all kinds of things that could come from the drone market. So I just feel that this is something that, is in the early stages, but we're going to get there. And Ageagle is one of the ones that has done it the best. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that say that. My last video that I did, I went through and really kind of talked about how they have a drone that is doing some amazing things for a delivery style drone. And so I think that's very important, and that's why I enjoy reporting news on this company. I mean, we have to understand that they're in 3 divisions when it comes to the drone. Obviously, they're in agriculture. That's in their title of their name, Ageagle. And then they're in hemp. Obviously, the hemp idea is something that they could eventually continue to grow and capitalize on down the road. Obviously, they're in a partnership with a company in Florida, and they've been working hand in hand and really capitalizing on that. And then there's the delivery service. And, I said in my last video, they went out and got a vice president of operations that really has a background in aerospace. And it's really going to impact this company in a very, very, very positive manner. I'm excited to see him to start to get into, the position and really get this thing underway. And I think that's going to be a very positive direction. Another thing before I dive into this news is I do feel that this Q3 earnings that is going to be coming up here in the near future is going to be very positive for this company, and it's going to have a very positive impact on the stock price. Obviously the stock is down right now, and I'll go through it once I break down the chart, but the stock is down, but so is the entire market. I mean, really the market has been extremely volatile as of late. We have an election coming up. There's just been a lot of kind of negative aspects on the entire stock market. Tesla really didn't report anything that was extremely positive. I mean, I thought Battery Day was very, very positive. It just wasn't instant gratification. So it caused a lot of, that sector to go down. So we really just kind of had some negative outlooks on the entire, overall stock market, and it's causing ag to go down. But I do feel Q3 will be very positive. And this information that I'm about to provide, I think, will even shine more light on this stock and really give you a direction into moving into 2021. So I'm going to swing over here. And this is actually from NASDAQ. And it's NASDAQ.com. So it says Ageagle Aerial Systems does have $12.9 million in cash sitting on its balance sheet as of June 30th. Moreover, since the end of the quarter, the company raised an additional $9.9 million at a price of $2.98 to an institutional investment firm. So now it has $22.8 million in cash. Now I really want you to keep that in mind because every time I've done any research on this company, I am not seeing any long-term debt. They're not reporting any long-term debt, and so I think that's very significant to have that much amount of cash on hand and zero debt. And so continuing into the article, it says, in addition, it also issued warrants to the investor for $8.3 million more UAVS stock at $3.30 for a period of 10 months. And this says up until June 6th. However, the warrants cannot be exercised until February 6th of 2021. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm still learning everything about warrants. I'm still trying to learn as much as I possibly can. So I'm going to be honest. I'm not very, I guess you could say, well-rounded or have that much experience when it comes to warrants. You know, it's something I'm definitely learning myself, and I do want to learn because it's a part of my presentation to you guys through videos. I understand warrants are very important. I do understand enough to kind of present this much, but as far as how they work and, you know, all the expirations and things like that, I'm learning that. And I'll be honest with you because, you know, I'm trying to be transparent. So continuing on, it says the warrants exercise price is over 23% higher than today's price. The structure is a bit unusual, and it tells us something about what the company expects to happen in the future. For example, the 10-month exercise period for the warrants is out of the ordinary. And, you know, I do know enough in that aspect that most of the time warrants are going to be in a period of years, not necessarily in months. So I do understand that concept is kind of strange for it to be 10 months. So continuing on, it says exercise periods for warrants are usually set for several years at a minimum. Well, there you go. And it says this is because it usually may take this long for the stock price to rise well above the 23% higher exercise price. In other words, the exercise price is 23.6% out of the money. It usually takes some time for the price to be in the money enough to entice the investor to pay $8.3 million for shares. So continuing on, the fact that the company forced the institutional investor to accept a 10-month term shows it had the bargaining power. In other words, Ageagle Aerial Systems must know something that will likely push the stock much higher by year end. They did want the warrant holder to then buy more shares before the end of the year. This will make the financial statements look better than when the company issues the warrant shares. So I think we are starting to see something going on here, and I do understand enough that, you know, Ageagle must feel that they really have something in place in order to get, you know, these people the 23% run. I'm going to try to get through this next piece kind of quickly because there is a lot of information and I really do need to read from it because I do want to provide you guys with the most accurate information for a young stock like Ageagle. That way you really understand what you're getting into if you decide and choose to invest. So I'm going to swing over here. It says in a presentation dated September 9th, the company said it now has $25 million in cash, which we've talked about. And that is 2.2 million more than the 22.8 million than I can account for in its public statements. So it might have taken on some debt is what this article is saying. But then they continue to proceed and say, but the presentation also said it has no debt, which I have seen multiple times that they have no debt, no long-term debt. Therefore, the company either sold more shares that have not been disclosed, or its revenue and free cash flow has come in pretty strong during quarter 3, and I do think that that's a very important piece of information. Nevertheless, it shows that 156 million market valuation is not completely ridiculous. In other words, it looks like the company has plenty of money to survive a cash burn rate from accelerated growth, and I did talk about this in my previous video. Even though they're not necessarily generating a monster amount of revenue right now, and they're really not producing a mass amount right now, they have enough cash on hand to really kind of survive for a few years. And that's just saying, you know, off of their cash. If they do start generating more revenue and they do start, you know, selling a lot more products, then obviously that will help out this company tremendously, and we hope that as a young company. But you know, they do have a couple years that they could just survive on the rate at which they're going. So continuing on, it says Ageagle said in its quarter 2 earnings release that $770,000 in revenue originally planned for the quarter 2 report will be in quarter 3 earnings. Ageagle both sells drones made in its Wichita plant and also aerial SaaS software as a system subscription data. It has identified agriculture as its main customer base. That probably is just for right now. The company did not provide any revenue guidance other than this year will be a record year. Clearly, the institutional investment firm that made the $12 million investment and now owns the warrants believes this. They would not have agreed to such a short-term warrant exercise period and the restriction on exercising if they did not think 2021 would be even better. So I really think that this is a major piece of information. Someone is really taking a gamble on Ageagle. You know, I think that that's very important news, especially when you're talking about a $12 million investment. And that's coming from a major institutional investor. So somebody is betting on this company to run, you know, the likes of 23, even 24%. And I do, like I said, I do feel that they are going to have a decent Q3 earnings. And I do think that this stock is going to run. Before I go into the chart though, I do want to remind you guys, anything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. And that's what I'm here to do. Entertain you guys. I am not a financial advisor by any means. I am here to entertain. And this article has been very helpful by the Nasdaq.com. To my favorite part of any video, and that is chart breaking down time. So let's fly on over here and get into UAVS Ageagle Aerial Systems. So today it opened at $2.33. It got as high as $2.53. Its low was $2.09. Its volume is 5.819 million. Its market cap is 132.2 million. Its 52-week high, $5.15. 52-week low is 19 cents, and its average volume is 9.593 million. Today it closed at $2.31. That was down 9.06%. And it continued to go down in the downward trend in the after hours, finishing out at $2.25, wrapping up the day down 1.75%. So this is a 1 month chart, and as we can see, it's really kind of been a steady kind of going up, going down, going up, going down, and then we get to more recent last week, and really we kind of had a major downward trend. I do think that correlates a lot with really just the market being down. I mean, there hasn't been any major news other than that this, you know, company has done a couple presentations, and that really isn't a negative aspect, but it really hasn't generated any great positivity from those presentations either. So like I said, I just personally feel that this is down due to the just market being down in general. I do, like I said, feel that this is going to have a great Q3 earnings, and I can foresee that, you know, this stock price will probably start heading back up in the north direction. Hopefully to get closer back to the $3.50 range. But it may, you know, with some really great news, it may push the 52-week high. It'll be just very interesting to see what it's capable of doing. Hopefully you guys got some very informative information from this video, and hopefully this article was very helpful as well. I do enjoy this company, and I am heavily invested in this company. My goal is to get to 3,000 shares, fingers crossed, by the end of 2020, before 2021 really becomes something special for this stock. I do feel that it's going to get a lot of positive information moving forward in 2021, and just naturally kind of get that anyways with the drone market. And you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. It does. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, have a good day.